Hi, I'm Steve.
And we are going to share some pro tips with you on the new PPS Series 2.0 spray cup system. So while Steve and I don't claim to be professionals or pros by any stretch of the imagination, we've spent a lot of time with painters. And as such, they've pointed out 6 different things that they said we should share with the market. So we're going to get started. We're going to share some tips with you. So the first thing, Steve, I want you to cover the new locking system that we have on the PPS Series 2.0 cup.
Sure, so pretty simple. Just like regular PPS, we take the hard cup, we insert the liner. In terms of attaching the locking system, easiest way to do it is you take the lid. You'll notice there's four locking areas in the locking system. Line it up with the window in the cup, push it down, quarter turn and you're on.
A quarter turn. So now I've seen some painters where they really lock that collar on.
Yeah.
Do you need to give excessive force or how?
So one of the things you have to learn with this system is you have to learn to trust it.
Right.
It's not going to fail. Put it on quarter turn and you're good.
Right.
Now, with the old PPS, sometimes guys would grab it and they'd reef it down because they were worried about it coming off.
Right on.
If you have gloves on and you put this on and you tighten it as hard as you can actually go over. You can go over the threads.
But then if I go over the threads, I can still just tighten on the next thread.
Correct.
Right.
Correct. So the point is, put it on, quarter turn, attach it to your gun, and you're set to go.
Beautiful. So now I see also that there's 2 different lid sizes. There used to be 3. Now there's only 2.
Correct. Pretty straightforward, Andy. So we have our lid size here, which works for standard and large.
Sure.
Okay. So the 28 and 22 ounce.
Got it.
And then the difference with the new system is we've got this lid right here, which used to be only for our mid-size or midi. Okay. This is going to work for midi, mini, and the micro. Okay. So 13.5 ounce, 7 ounce basically, and our 3 ounce version.
Right on.
All with one lid.
And it's nice because you could just take this in the midi size cup if you had to, and you could put it in the midi size cup. You could even take the micro. So really, with the midi size cup, I could do everything.
You can do everything.
Although we do have a midi size cup
Right.
that the midi and the micro.
If you wanted a smaller cup to get into a tight area, you can use that cup or you can use the mid-size cup. But the point is, we have one lid that's going to work for the 3 sizes.
Yeah,
So
for the 3 smaller sizes.
two lids for all 5.
Yeah,
absolutely.
nice. Right. So the lids, speaking of the lids, we've noticed that on all the lids we've got this dome geometry, and so we've heard several painters talk to us about spitting and sputtering, but they didn't see it with the midi size, and we had that dome geometry. So now you see dome geometry across the line. Talk to me about what that difference is made with the dome geometry versus the old setup.
So one of the things we did is we intentionally designed the lid so there's more paint below the filter. Okay, so with this old design, there's about 1.5 ounces of paint below the filter.
Right on.
Where with this design, because of the dome geometry and the new adapter, we've got almost 3 ounces of paint below the filter.
Right on.
So what that means is when you're gun spraying, you've got 3 ounces ready to spray at all times, feeding into the barrel of your gun. So big advantage there. Better spray performance, better overall. Okay.
One of the painters that we've had that's been testing, he said his favorite thing about the system is exactly that, because of the fact that you can get more paint out of the gun with less interruption. More passes just means less time going back and having to refill the cup.
Sure.
So that's been something that's very helpful.
One tip that I do know, Andy, nothing life is free, right? So we've got 3 ounces of paint below the filter.
Sure.
When it comes time to drain that paint back down into the cup.
Oh, yeah.
So real important now, when this is ready to go, all that a painter has to do is they've always drained the paint back down. So you tip it upside down, you drain it back down.
Yep.
With this, a couple little tips, give it a couple of taps and give it a few more seconds to drain back down.
To get down through that filter.
Again, we've got really double the amount of paint that's below the filter. So if I wanted to tint or refill, if I just tip the gun over, I'm gonna make a big mess.
Right.
Okay?
So draining, take an extra couple seconds, give it a tap
Easy
on the
pro
table.
tip. Absolutely.
Very, very, very simple.
Yep.
New hard cup in every one of these kits. What if I don't have all these hard cups and I need to take the lid and the liner off? Sure. If I'm going to seal and protect the coating that's in there while I'm not using it.
Right. So should it be stuck, Andy, the easiest way to do it.
To get the liner and the lid out, if I'm going to take the lid and the liner out.
Right, if you want to set it aside, you reuse that hard cup. If you were spraying some sort of material where the liner wanted to stick inside, so the cup swelled or something
like a solvent. If I'm spraying solvent,
Yep.
the cup can, it can swell, it can retract, whatever, right?
So the easiest way to do that would be plug it.
Yep.
Okay. Quarter turn to loosen it.
Yep.
And then just push up from the bottom and the whole unit's going to come out.
Right
okay.
on.
That's simple. If it's not stuck and it just comes out easy, you don't have to deal with that.
Now I've also seen this trick where if you take that out for me, where if I've got, say, one comes off, I could also take the liner out and then I could put it into a different cup and then I could write something like
Correct.
that if you had to.
Yep, if you had to.
Right, so a couple of different options. Okay, and so of course,
Easiest way though, Andy, is just if you're gonna use it, you're gonna have a new hard cup in every box, right?
Right.
Leave it in the hard cup. You're gonna have plenty of hard cups, leave it in.
just even the hard cup, it's a safer way to keep things on the bench.
Absolutely.
For sure. And last but not least, we have this little guy right here. So talk to me a little bit about what do we have here? What is this thing?
So this is the universal shaker core is the technical term for this.
Right.
We use it for shaking a few different things. So old days we used to use an old tape core. Put it on your PPS and throw it in the shaker. That worked great, except for it could walk to one side and you can get a big paint mess, right?
Right.
So we put a couple of features into this. And the feature that I think is pretty cool with it is it's keyed. So for example, we have two sizes. This is gonna work for your standard and large.
Okay.
This side's gonna work for the other three. So
Midi,
and micro.
Yeah.
So how this works is you put it on, and you notice you turn it around and it's keyed. So it locks in. So when you put it in your shaker, there's no chance of it walking.
Right on.
Okay? The other cool feature with it, two cool features, is number one, because it's keyed, if I had a locking collar that was stuck, I can put it on and use it as a wrench.
Yeah, like when you get in a pickle jar open.
The kitchen grabber
Yeah,
thing.
the kitchen grabber thing.
Yeah.
Very
So you put it on,
Very
and you can use it to remove it. Okay. So that's cool. And again, it works for both sizes. So I can line it up with a small size, and it's keyed as well. And one other thing that painters told us, we didn't think of this, but they can, if they're going to seal and protect their paint temporarily, they can take it, hold it upside down. Your filter stays wet, and it gives it something secure so if you bump it, it won't tip over. Okay. Other guys we've seen keeping their paint cups like that, which is fine until you bump it and it can come over. So kind of a cool feature. So it's for shaking, it's for use as a wrench, and it's for sealing and protecting your paint.
Wonderful. So a whole bunch of different tech tips or pro tips as we talked about all come from painters that have used the product, and we just wanted to be able to share. So thanks for giving PPS Series 2.0 a try. We're confident you're really going to enjoy what you see.
Absolutely. Thank you.